Shabbat Shalom! Rabbi Zerin here with a thought for Shabbat. Growing up, the Museum of Science in Boston was practically a second home for me. I especially loved the exhibit on optical illusions. Was it a duck or a bunny? Was it a vase or two faces looking at each other? I was fascinated by the idea that two people, or sometimes even the same person, could look at one image and see two completely different things. I continue to be fascinated by this phenomenon, that people can encounter the same image or experience and see two completely different realities in front of them. We find one such encounter in this week's parasha, when we read the story of Hagar, Sarah's maidservant and Abraham's concubine, and her son Ishmael through Abraham. After an incident with Ishmael and Isaac, Abraham's other child, through Sarah, playing, Ishmael and Hagar are cast out into the desert with only one skin of water. Quickly, the water runs out, and Hagar despairs that she and her child will die of thirst. Unable to witness the suffering of her son, she places him under the bushes and begins to weep. An angel of God appears to her and tells her not to despair. God has heard the voice of the boy and will make him into a great nation. And then we read, Vayivkach Elohim et eineha, God opened her eyes, Vatera be'er mayim, and she saw a well of water. She went and filled the skin of water and let the boy drink. She and Ishmael then go on to lead their lives, Ishmael indeed becoming the father of a great nation. What's so interesting about this verse, though, is this idea that God opened her eyes and she saw a well of water. We could ask, where was this well before? Why didn't she see it? Our commentators offer many possibilities. Radak summarizes several of them. He suggests that maybe the well had been there all along, but it was covered with branches. Or maybe it was very far away. And so in that moment, God gave her vision, exceedingly good vision, so that she could now see the well. Or perhaps the well had not been there at all, and God performed a miracle and opened up the earth and the water sprung forth. All of these are possibilities, but there's another possibility, one that the commentator Sforno suggests, that perhaps Natan ba da'at lehakir makom mayim shehaya sham. Perhaps God granted her the awareness to recognize a place of water that had always been there. Sometimes when we encounter challenges in life, it can seem as if we need a miracle to provide the solution. But sometimes the solution is right in front of us. We just need a different awareness or a different perspective to see it. It's just like the optical illusions in the museum. If you stand at a little different angle, or if you squint your eyes slightly differently, you might see another possibility, another way of moving forward. And so as we enter this Shabbat, may we all be blessed with the da'at lehakir, the awareness to recognize the solutions that may be right in front of us and the different perspectives all around us. Shabbat Shalom.